It is the day after Shane Bieber's debut, and I'm still feeling it, everybody. This was quite an inaugural time, an inaugural ace unveiling, if you will. Hello and welcome to the Walk Off. I'm Scott Belford, normally joined by Adam Mack. We've got our intern, editor, fill in host extraordinaire, Matt, joining us, buddy. What a game yesterday. I know you texted me after Bieber left the game, and you're like, man, we should do a mini episode tomorrow just on Shane Bieber. And that's
It
how
was
pumped we were.
it was too good not to. It was everything we wanted and more.
Really, that's a
I
great
was
way of
not
summing it up.
expecting it.
Yeah, it's a great way of summing it up. I really tried to go into yesterday's game with my expectation tempered, being like, listen, this is a dude who hasn't pitched a major league game since April 7th of 2024. This is a guy coming off of Tommy John surgery, one of the more difficult procedures to undergo and rehab in baseball. This is a dude who is on a brand new team in a new uniform. There's all sorts of reasons not to expect what we saw from him yesterday, and yet he delivered.
He was absolute lights out. Yeah, he gave up one home run, but other than that, the locations were excellent. His knuckle curve was deceptive. It was all just falling into place.
And we're going to dive into everything about yesterday's game here. This is a little mini 10 to 15-minute episode for everyone. Bonus content, if you will. Remember that we do have Baseball Town coming up on September 4th, which is going to be at Left Field Brewing in Liberty Village. You can get your tickets right now. The code to save you 20% is baseball. That gets you in for 20 bucks, and our panel as usual is stacked once again. We have from the Toronto Sun, Rob Wong. We have from Sportsnet, Chris Black. Of course, if you are a fan of X or Twitter, you know Chris Black at Down to Black. He is the king of Twitter threads and will break down all sorts of players, plays, numbers. And so to have him on the panel to do so in person is very exciting. But we're not done there. Jonah Bierenbaum of The Score also joining the panel. We also have a very special guest, fingers crossed, joining us. Now, he is going to need to let us know next week. His kid's in college. He's not sure if he has to help him move, but fingers crossed, September 4th, this gentleman is available because it's going to be the biggest guest that we've ever had on Baseball Town. Get your tickets now and join the good time. September 4th, it's a Blue Jays off day. All right. Also, I'm playing Edmonton September 6th. Get your tickets for that as well. Grindstone Theater. Very excited. It's going to be a great comedy show. Let's dive into Shane Bieber here, my man. Let's just talk the numbers before we get into the peripheral stuff. But 6 innings, 87 pitches, 2 hits, one earned run, 9 Ks. The guy was a strikeout master yesterday.
Oh yeah.
And the best part about all of this, 0 walks.
Yeah. There was the one hit by pitch, but that was just high fastball, nothing to be concerned about. But man, did he look so good
He was
painting those
dialed in.
corners.
He was painting. He was about as accurate as you could have hoped for. And honestly, the only run came on that home run in a full count, a 10 pitch at bat from Javier Sonoja. You know, sometimes you just gotta, I hate to be John Schneider here, but sometimes you do gotta tip your cap to a guy because that was just an incredible at bat. And you
Yeah.
know what? Good on Bieber. Up 3-0, 2 outs in the second inning. Why are you going to back down from the 7-hole hitter on the Miami Marlins? So, you know what? Yeah, he did give him a meatball down the middle there, but sometimes you need to challenge a guy and make him prove that you should maybe dot the corners a little bit more. And that's exactly what Sonoja did. So, again, just a really great outing from Shane Bieber. A few things, Matt, that stood out to me. Okay. Let's talk the press conference afterwards. I just want to kind of touch on a few things that Shane Bieber himself said, the man said, okay? Number one, he said he felt like he fell into a rhythm very early, and you could see it.
Yeah. It
This is one of the things that like was the most concerning to us, right? Is can he find that rhythm in his first day back?
Yeah, and I know they touched in the broadcast yesterday that the thing he was struggling with most in rehab was his delivery and his rhythm, and that the days where he was giving up a bunch of hits and runs, he felt like he didn't have his rhythm. So that was like concerning that hey, he might not like get it right away, but no, he found it immediately and he just kept it going.
The other thing that stood out to me, Matt, was he brought up the fact that the second time through the order, he really felt like his spin had picked up, which was another thing that he had mentioned a couple weeks ago that he was concerned about. Can he get that spin rate to where he wants it? Because we all know Shane Bieber, not a velo guy. I mean, listen, he's going to get up to 95. That's great. I'm not saying he doesn't have some juice when he needs some juice, but he's not Paul Skeens out there throwing 104, right? So like you do need a guy his you need a guy's spin if he's going to be
Oh yeah.
dominant, and he had it last night.
Yeah, the honestly, one of the at-bats that stands out most for me was the first at-bat of the game against Xavier Edwards. Corners, edges, working great with the fastball, and then that knuckle curve, he throws it down low, gets him to chase. It just looked like everything was clicking.
Mhm.
And like obviously a lot of people could say that the knuckle curve in the dirt's not the best thing, but he had it just so deceptive that everyone was chasing at
It
it or
is
at
the best
least
thing if they're going to swing at it.
yeah.
It is the best thing if they're going to swing of it. Honestly, Shane Bieber's performance last night reminded me of the Greg Maddux meme where it's just a house and just all around the outside of the house is blue paint and it just says Greg Maddux painted my house, right? It was just a masterful show of painting the corners, of hitting
Yeah.
his spots. It was really, really impressive. The other thing he mentioned in the post game interview that stood out to me was how in tune he felt with Kirky, which, you know what? Developing chemistry between a catcher and a pitcher, we all are well aware of how important that is. And to expect it to come day one, obviously, they're not there yet. But that he felt as comfortable as he did with Kirk is really a good sign moving forward. And it is pretty exciting that these are the three things he touched on, the three things he was most worried about, and all of them passed with flying colors.
No, it was like it was everything you could want from a Blue Jays debut and more. It was it was perfect.
This is interesting too, Matt, and some of you may not have heard this. This was actually a stat from Jonah Birnbaum. So Shane Bieber's debut yesterday, and this is according to Game Score, was tied for the 12th best start by any Blue Jay pitcher this season, and the strongest start the team has gotten since August 6th. This is a man who struck out the side in the fourth. His control was outrageously good. And when they take the training wheels off, man, like I know he was at 87 pitches pulled after six, but when this guy is going to be expected to throw 110 pitches, we've got an ace who can go 8 innings.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
It's
And
pretty exciting. Grounds crew, drop your comments below. What were your thoughts, your initial feelings on Shane Bieber's 6 inning, 2 hit, 1 run gem yesterday that led to a W for the Blue Jays? Was there anything that some of you folks noticed that we should maybe touch on in mailbag? Because number one, there's so many of you that are just like, your baseball knowledge is wild. Sometimes I get embarrassed when you start to point stuff out that I'm like, wow, I didn't even see that. And I want that. I want you to dive into Shane Bieber. Where were your thoughts? What were things you noticed? Let's dive in deep. All
yeah,
right. Um, what did you personally, Matt, when you viewed, watched him coming out of the game at 87 pitches, were you surprised at all?
no, we said it on the podcast earlier that day, like 6 innings, 80 to 90 pitches. We kind
Mm
of nailed that.
hmm. Mm
I'm
hmm.
very happy. Um, it was just it was just a good time, right? They had the comfortable 5-1 lead. He was absolutely dominant. He did everything he needed to do. No reason to push him any further. Like no reason to push him to the limits. And man, like when he came off, I was just like, I couldn't help but give a round of applause. Like that was a fantastic start. And also, the thing I loved most about him coming out of the game was the big smile, everybody giving him the congratulations. He's dancing with Davis Schneider. It was the vibes were great. He's having fun with the team. He fits well. It just everything seemed to
Every
click.
checklist you would have wanted checked off was checked off. It was just a
Yeah.
great debut.
Yeah, it was fantastic.
I
Like
know this is the Shane Bieber episode, but my God, Matt, Dalton Varsho, like, what is going on? This man hit his 14th home run of the year last year or last night. Like he's gonna break 20 home. He might literally have the most home runs as his tenure with the Toronto Blue Jay and have played a third of the season.
he he's found something and I
He's
don't know.
found something,
He's
man.
found something. I don't know what it is, but man, do I love
Don't
it.
change it.
He he like I know even yesterday when not on his home run but on his double in the first inning they were talking about or like on the broadcast they're talking about how he was really good at getting the breaking ball and the high like the Gusto should have been throwing him the high fastball and Varsho was just jumping on every breaking ball.
Mhm.
And it was like he just caught a pitcher trying to like be fancy with pitches and really trying to like use his secondary stuff and it worked.
It cost him. It,
Oh
it
yeah.
cost him. Yeah. And that wound up proving to be the game winner pretty much, right? Was that home run?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I guess they lost or they won 5-2, so
I think it was
they would have
the
won 3-2, but
the
still,
Ty France double,
yeah,
but
the
the
Ty France double. Who again, like man, Vladdy missed yesterday's game again. Ty France steps in and just continues to put the bat on the ball, put it in play, and we've seen this team do that up and down the lineup all year long. It works. So
oh
great
yeah.
work from Ty France. Great work from Dalton Varsho last night. For everyone wondering, it does look like Shane Bieber's next start lines up at home against the Brewers next Friday. So, listen, we touched on this yesterday in Friday's episode of the podcast. This starting rotation is a ever-changing beast right now, and we're not sure where things are going to line up. I know one of the big reasons I think that Eric Lauer was in the bullpen and available this weekend is because with Shane Bieber making his debut, question marks around Jose Barrios and his current or recent starts, there are some reasons why maybe it would seem like they needed some length. But yesterday, I mean, they needed no length. Bieber
Yeah.
went Bieber went as deep as you could have expected him possibly to go in the best case scenario.
Yeah. And I wouldn't be surprised if we see Eric Lauer tonight too if the wheels start to fall off for
Yeah.
Barrios. But hopefully that doesn't happen.
Hey, we touched on this yesterday too. Jose Barrios, I don't think it would surprise any Blue Jay fan at all if he just goes 7 innings, 8 strikeouts,
Yeah.
allows 2 runs, and is fine, right?
It's a
Like
very it's two extremes. It's 3 innings, Eric Lauer comes in to save him, or 7 innings, we're cooking all day long.
Jose Barrios too. It is wild how many wins he has racked up this season for a guy who has a 4 ERA and has struggled at times. Like, he just winds up getting the offense backing him in his starts. And that's great. Hey, if the team puts up runs when Jose Barrios is on the mound and he's not at his best, I'm all for it. So
Oh yeah, no complaints.
we'll wrap things up here. We were just doing a short mini episode, but just wanted to talk about Shane Bieber. Drop your comments, everybody. What was your thoughts? Anything that you may have noticed that we didn't talk about, and we'll touch on this on Mailbag. Just a quick reminder to get your tickets for Baseball Town September 4th, everybody. It's an off day for the Jays, but not for Jays fandom. We've got Rob Wong of the Toronto Sun. We've got Chris Black of Sportsnet, Jonah Bierenbaum of The Score, a very special possible guest, the biggest guest baseball town's ever had. Hopefully, he can make it again. Baseball is the code to save you 20%, and the tickets are in description or in the comment section. And if you are an Edmonton resident, I'm coming back to Edmonton where I started my comedy career almost 18 years ago. I'm playing the Grindstone Theater September 6th. That's a Saturday night. Come have some beers, some laughs, and there's far more baseball jokes in my act than maybe regular crowds want. So I need to bring my crowd out. So walk-off fans, come on and check it out. We'll talk to you all on Patreon Monday, and for the rest of you, Tuesday for mailbag. Cheers, everybody.